couple picture cars, starting with Kit from the 2008 Knight Rider series. Next to Kit, Tom Selleck's Ferrari from Magnum PI. We have a couple of the Back to the Future rides. Now, most of these picture cars do not have working engines inside of them. They're the outer shells of the car made with lightweight materials. For example, the Flintstones cars, they're just golf carts with an outer plastic shell. Two picture cars here on the lot, one from Jurassic World, the fourth Jurassic Park film. Right next to it, one of the picture cars from the Fate of the Furious, last Fast and the Furious film.
Flintstones.
Your car. And on your right hand side, we have another Jurassic Park picture car. It's our next stop, an island just off the coast of Costa Rica. To Jurassic Park. Here at Jurassic Park, we have more picture cars to show you, some set pieces from the films, even dinosaurs still kept in their cages. Here's a funny cameo from Jurassic World. There's a scene where they're attacking. That's Jimmy Buffett trying to save two margaritas. And in the background of the shot, we have Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. We have one on City Walk now if you want to check it out after the park. On your left-hand side is a very large picture car, our mobile lab. It's now on your screens. This was used for the second Jurassic Park film, The Lost World Jurassic Park.
Okay, my sister's cage.
Alright, now I have to get off the mic, ladies and gentlemen, because the top secret production
cage.
I talked about earlier is filming just up ahead. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Look at your cage if you're bad. Oh, look all right. We were hungry. Really. It's real. Oh, they're not going to do the water thing? Remember the flood? Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah, hot set. Nice. Oh, yeah. They are filming. Oh, yeah, huh? They are filming. Let's start. So we're just gonna skip all this, or what? We gotta make time. I'll try to buy that house with my EBT, but they say no. Buy half a house.
All right, it's safe for me to start talking again. Let me show you around Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives. Starting off on the left, the beige and white house was home to Gabrielle Solis. Gabrielle Solis was played by Eva Longoria in Desperate Housewives. Continuing along on the left, past the purple and white house, the brown and stone house was home to Susan Delfino. Susan Delfino was played by Terry Hatcher. And we'll go over to the right-hand side. The blue and white house was home to Bree. Bree was played by Marsha Cross. And then back over to the left-hand side, the gray and white house with the red door was home to Lynette Scavo. Lynette Scavo was played by Felicity Huffman in Desperate Housewives. At the end of season 1, the houses ended at Lynette's, but the road continued on. Between seasons 1 and 2, we decided to expand and build this park on the left, and 2 additional houses at the end of the street. The last one on the right was home to Edie Britt. Edie Britt was played by Nicolette Sheridan in Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighborhood.
Oh, we're gonna go around. On Desperate Housewives.
Here on the lot, Wisteria Lane is also known as Colonial Street. On the right-hand side, that purple white house was home to the Munsters. Oh,
what? The Munsters
More film
right
examples on this street.
The Monsters house. Yeah, murder was that case?
We can use Wisteria Lane or Colonial Street for a normal neighborhood set, but sometimes our sets here on the lot call for something a little bit more imaginative and outside of the box. Like our Whoville set facades of user Ron Howard's Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
One of the biggest creative challenges that we faced on How the Grinch Stole Christmas was to bring the storybook world of Dr. Seuss to life. Some of the most talented artists in Hollywood worked for months to create a living, breathing Whoville. When it was all done, they had built an entire city. And the fantasy world of Dr. Seuss became a reality.
During filming of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, they used over 9 football fields worth of artificial snow. They also occupied 11 of our sound stages on the phone. Hey, Daddy, sweetie!
You're the one, Mr. Grinch.
Leo Whoville.
You're as cuddly as a cactus, and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
But unfortunately for those Who's, they had to put up with more than just a Grinch. Out here on the back lot, they live next door to a psycho, Norman Bates.
Oh, the Bates Hotel.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hey, look, it's Norman. Hey, Norman, how's it going? Just wanted to stop by and check in. Whoa, okay.
He said, don't come to my hood.
Spectacular. Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds crash site set. This is a real airplane. It cost $60,000 for the airplane itself from an airplane graveyard, but it cost over $200,000 just to get it here on the lot.
Doomsday.
It's a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steve.
For them to sit down and talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down the light in a big neighborhood? It's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep going. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Get them closed.
Yeah, all he does is just goes in circles.
Robbie, get in.
Anthony was drunk again.
Another airplane used for filming recently on our lot was the one for Sully with Tom Hanks. If you take a look to the left, you'll see this huge blue wall. For visual effects, so just like a green screen, the big blue is the same way. We can digitally insert images we need to onto the backdrop using CGI, computer-generated imagery. We usually put water in front of the wall to create scenes like this.
Sully. Evacuate.
Cabin in the woods.
In front of Falls Lake, we have this cabin on the right used for Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. It was also used for the Great Outdoors. I've talked about different stars that have spent. Not some even been on this tram with us before.
I've been on that tour so many times since I was a kid, and I just love it every time.
The first time I ever went on the Universal lot, we did the tour.
I grew up in Los Angeles, and that was like the place to go and see Jaws.
I got my introduction to Universal Studios through the tour, and so then to be in the movies and seeing the trams drive by, it's very overwhelming.
One of the coolest things actually about shooting for Universal is sometimes you get to shoot on the lot, and then you look over and it's like there's Jaws, or like there's the Flash Flood, and all those trams are riding around. It's the coolest thing ever.
1979. Back then, tram drivers were kind of a little reckless, a little crazy. There was no restriction on cars going anywhere. We used to drive all over and kind of duel with them back and forth.
I have so many amazing memories of the lot when we were shooting Back to the Future.
Being here brings me back in time, I'll tell you that.
The tram would come through, the tourist, Michael J. Fox, and they're taking their camera, snap, snap, snap. So one day, Michael J. Fox had his own camera, and every time the tourists came through, snapping their pictures.
Another star that has spent a lot of time here with us on our lot is director Steven Spielberg.
I was old and I began hanging out at Universal during my summers. When I went to college nearby, I continued to come on the lot and try to become a director. So Universal sort of is my birthplace. This is the place I consider my first home. And I love it here. And I keep coming back.
make a minor detour and head inside this garage. We've been told our tram has a little bit of a low tire pressure. They want to be sure we don't get a flat on the way back up to the theme park. Here in Hollywood, this is what we call a blooper, something on set that doesn't exactly go according to plan.
Let me tell you something, Paige.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, they're rolling film. Yes, John, don't worry.
Our tops.
Susan?
The other day I saw a Labrador retriever with a ball.
This will be the end of the video after this Starcade. On his cool glasses. Trying to put on the glasses.
Hey, you! Hey, there. All right, I got it. I'm Pierce. Our buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more, the merrier. Especially you right there in that third row. Like I was saying. Come on, bro. So look, see over there? Vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. That work of art back over there was made by my man Tej. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels. Extra fly.
So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, Roman 1. All right, look, guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe,